absolutely loved our tour with our driver and guide, King David. He picked us up from the cruise port on time after good communication with the company with pickup instructions. David was very considerate about our 9-month-old and supplied a very good car seat which was fitted safely. He was clear from the start about the itinerary he had planned but stated that it was our trip and we could change and skip places if we wished, but as he was native to the island, we thought he would know best and went with his plan. We visited the bird park, which was a first experience for our baby, who loved the experience and was fascinated. He even got to hand feed a toucan. The iguanas at the next stop were not there as they were in mating season, but this just gave us more time to see the other sights. The beaches we visited were lovely, including Maho Beach, where the planes land just meters away from you. It's incredible. The island is very busy and the traffic is heavy, but David knows it very well and took detours where he could. We took some amazing photos and David was also taking photos of us throughout the tour, which he supplied us with on the company's Facebook page afterwards. He didn't rush us to make up time and he dropped us off where we wished afterwards to explore Phillipsburg. I can highly recommend the company to anyone. We much preferred it being on the cruise tour bus with everyone else, and the price was the same, but the experience was very personal to us. Thanks again, King and Queen Tours. I liked it was a private tour so we could choose where to spend the most time. But it's not possible to do everything listed in the time allotted. We skipped the birds, fed the iguanas, had lunch at Lolo's, delish, at the beach, and walked on the beach and into the water. More time could be spent here because it was beautiful and warm water. We went to Maho Beach and watched the plane fly overhead and land almost on top of us. There was a scooter accident that caused a little traffic backup, but we ended up getting back late-ish. 3.5 hours. Just realize you can't do it all in 3 hours. David provided such a great insight into island life, away from just the resort experience. He took me to the bird sanctuary where we fed colorful parrots and other exotic birds and met the resident toucan. Later we stopped by a roadside stand where a woman showed us her very large iguanas and we fed them using a long stick with a lettuce leaf attached. We ate a typical Creole barbecue lunch where the locals eat, and he pointed out the protected coves for swimming. A great overview of the French side of St. Maarten. I would definitely recommend his tour. We very much appreciated the private tour in French with David. At the beginning, he suggested some attractions to visit, and we asked him to remove some and add others. I was with my 85-year-old mother, who speaks French, and his driving was adapted to her needs. My mother and I enjoyed our private tour with David. He suggested a few places to visit, and we asked him to remove some and add others. His driving was perfectly suited to her. Thank you, David. Eve. Fabulous. Just fabulous. So informative and interesting and detailed info about the island, which she clearly loves to call home. We had some lovely stops and were allowed to stay as long as we wanted. The market stop was fab and the beaches were amazing. Lovely vehicle, very comfortable. Communication beforehand was brilliant, and if and when I go again I would definitely use them again and would recommend them to everyone. Thank you again for a lovely morning. Our driver and tour guide David was fantastic. For 3 hours he showed us around the island, laser focused on the things we wanted to see and do. We went to Maho Beach, had lunch in the perfect spot to watch the planes land. Then we went to the open air market at Marigot, and finished with an amazing view of the island from Fort Louis. David was able to avoid most of the traffic to ensure we had the most time possible seeing the sights.